Become the strongest version of you.
You're in the right place.
Hop on the party wave.
And let's figure this shit out.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I think that was good. I think it's good.
Yeah, I feel a little gay about it, but that's okay.
Do you?
I'm just a little gay.
What should we
No, I don't know. I don't know what needs to, there's nothing it's fine. Let's just hit it one more time and we'll use one of them. One of those two.
Okay. What do you feel gay about? Is it the ending?
No, I don't know.
Is it the back and forth?
I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. I don't know what it is. Let's just try one more take, and I think it's good. Don't get self-conscious about it. I like it. I just don't. I'm overthinking.
I'm getting self-conscious because you're getting self-conscious.
That's what I mean. Don't let me rub off on you.
Okay. Okay. All right. Final take. Best take.
Final take.
Welcome to FLOtalks, where we're all out here figuring life out together. FLOtalks, the FLO, is short for figuring life out. And as we all know, we're all trying to get back into our own individual flow state. We're your hosts. I'm Elena Brandner, an L2 incomplete spinal cord recovering paraplegic.
And I'm Bridger Frederick. I'm a T10 complete spinal cord injury recovering paraplegic as well.
Flow state was born from a real life setbacks, recovery, and the relentless pursuit of growth.
Around here, flow state isn't just something that you tap into. It's a way of showing up for life aligned, present, and in purpose.
We're all riding this wild wave of life together.
So if you're ready to evolve your perspective,
build discipline,
become the strongest version of you,
then you're in the right place.
Hop on the party wave.
And let's figure this shit out.
Yeah, that was way better.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's start the podcast.
Let's do it.
Do you have our questions and stuff?
I do.
Let's go. Are we just going to jump right into questions, talk about ourselves a little bit? What are we going to do here?
I think we're going to talk about the why.
Why we're here.
Why we're here.
I'm here by chance. I'm here because I've always wanted to put myself out there, start a podcast, and just build a community of like-minded people. And just I was always too self-conscious at times, or I was just too lazy. And this, God, the world, whatever happened, us all conspired together to just bring us to the right place in the right time.
Yeah, amen to that. I agree. I think for whatever reason, the things that have happened to us have happened, and we have the choice to alchemize it and turn it into something greater than what, the hand that we've been dealt. And I think by being able to express the lessons that we've learned, we'll really be able to, hit a group of people, hopefully as many people as we can, to be able to bring value to and share, again, the lessons that we've learned through our hardships, where they don't necessarily have to go through the hardships that we have learned, but they'll be able to take the lessons and apply it to their lives. Yeah,
the last 5.5 years of my life have been the hardest by a billion times. I didn't know life could get this hard. I literally didn't know it was possible to suffer so much. But in that, I've learned so much that I really feel like I actually have a tremendous amount of value to share with people, and especially the spinal cord injury community, because we're super, super underserved, and it'd be awesome if this leads to just meeting a bunch of you and hanging out and planning things and getting together. That's what I want more than anything. I just want to hang out with other people.
Yeah, building community.
Like-minded people that want to heal and just, live life to the max in a peaceful flow state.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen. All right, well, actually, since we're talking about flow state and, our name is FLOtalks, the first question is, why do you think people don't find their flow?
I think that it's just complete and total distraction. I think that's the main thing. I think it's distraction. It's just being in a state of survival. There's kind of like 3 states of existing. Like survival, just existing, which is the worst, where you're just comfortable but not like pushing forward. And then there's like creating. And I think a lot of people are just in the survival state, just trapped in a, day by day, just trying to figure out the next thing, the next paycheck, how to get food, how to pay for insurance, the medical bills, whatever it is. Mortgage is coming up. I think a lot of people are trapped there. And then I think there's a whole other segment of people who are just comfortable enough where, they kind of just have everything, is easy enough. But they're just not kind of pushing the limits, whatever that means for them, whether, it doesn't have to be physical or
Yeah,
healing
pushing
or
their
health.
potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading this book called The Comfort Crisis, and it actually talks about how, there's us, which is like this, this circle, and then around it is the circle of potential, and everybody kind of just hangs out in their circle, and they never actually exceed the outside circle, which is the discomfort of reaching your one's potential. I think being in flow can become really uncomfortable in the pursuit of it because it takes a lot of work. And I think a lot of people are scared of that work because it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to train it's getting into flow state is just, it can be as like, it's instantaneous and it's super easy once you train yourself. For me, I had to train my nervous system to stop panicking and freaking out, and I still have like regular, what I now recognize are like kind of a physical like panic sensation when I'm just thinking thoughts. And so
The spiral.
yeah, and I think flow state is just not thinking thoughts. I think our main enemy is just thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. I think also flow state is just presence within whatever it is that one's doing. I think we find things where we can tap into our flow state, but I do believe that we can become in flow state with our life, meaning super present and aligned with whatever it is that we're meant to do. Earlier you talked about the white line and the if people get strayed away from it, that you kind of blow your life up. If you want, I think you should talk about that.
Yeah, so it's my belief that there's like a perfect white line extending like to the end of the universe in either direction, wherever you originated from, and your heart is supposed to be on that line. And whenever you get off of it, it creates more and more and more resistance. And what I would do when the resistance became so much and overwhelming, and then life is just throwing all sorts of hurdles and obstacles in your way, trying to convince you to go back to the line that you're meant to be on, I would just implode my whole life. I would just blow it up and then just be completely lost kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and just magnetically find my way back beyond that line for a while, and then allow old habits, addictions, things to creep in, because I wasn't doing like the real work, and I wasn't trying to find that line, because that line isn't determined by you. It's trusting. It's you just have to trust. I thought I was so egotistical. I thought that I was, I had the right to comfort and greatness and awesome things happening. Like, I just thought they would happen. I just thought they would fall into my lap. I don't know why. I just believed that I was like super lucky and that I wouldn't die until like my purpose was fulfilled. And yeah, that might be the case. I think that you can live that way as long as you're living in alignment with like the laws of God and nature.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing whatever you want, you can't feel the line anymore.
Yeah, because you're straying away from it. Yeah, I agree.
Do you feel like you're in alignment right now?
I definitely feel like I'm in alignment right now as far as what I was planning on doing versus what God's plan for me is, because I feel as though if I wasn't meant to do what I'm doing currently, I would have gotten answers already in the beginning. Because I was getting whispers all the time when I was in pharmacy school and pursuing a path that I didn't ever really feel aligned with, but because of societal norms and the societal expectations of high achieving students, the medical field was the safety net. You'd have a job as soon as you're done, XYZ. And being able to recognize that now, I remember sitting on my couch laying upside down and just thinking, am I supposed to be doing this? Like, this does not feel what I'm supposed to be doing. But you're already in deep. You're already $40K in debt. You're like, no, I can't quit now. So you just continue going for it, and then I don't know. Life has different plans for you, because at least it did for me. Because the week of my board exam, which I put off for about probably like 8 months, was when my accident happened, which was in February of 2022. And I can look at it as the worst thing that ever happened to me, or I can look at it as a redirection for what I'm actually supposed to be doing in this life. And I think the latter is a much more serving perspective versus the former.
Yeah, I mean, if Genie came out of a bottle right now and said to me, you can completely heal your spinal cord injury right now, but you're sentenced to 20 years of being a pharmacist, or you can stay spinal cord injured, I would 1000% just stay spinal cord injured. It sounds like a fucking nightmare. Oh, am I allowed to swear? There's no chance. There's no chance. I can never swear. Wait, I don't have to wear these anymore, though.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was a gift, that being a pharmacist. You just...
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if I've gotten to that spot yet.
Fluorescent lights.
I know. Well, there's all different kinds of avenues, but with the, obviously another day for a different conversation, but Big Pharma isn't aligned anymore with what I thought it was, considering what we've gone through and what I've learned. But I don't know if I've gotten to that point where I wouldn't go back. I haven't gotten there yet. I would like to hope that one day I will. And the only way that I feel like that will happen is if I truly have the potential to impact like thousands and millions of people. Otherwise, I don't know if I wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what's on your heart, it's already written.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. Yeah. It's meant to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's gonna be way better than being in pharmacy. You're gonna get there for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just, again, back to that trusting, right? Trusting that you're aligned and on the path, and are okay with the way that things unfold on your timeline versus not on your timeline, on God's timeline and how he wants things to unfold.
I'm so impatient. I just want it to all happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I realize, like, sometimes it feels so good because I know that it feels amazing that I'm just incrementally working my way towards my goal, and I finally realized after 20 years, however long, you can be held responsible for your cycles that you go through. I realized that I always just dove all in and just went too hard on stuff because I wanted instant results. Got some results and burnt out, and now like this incremental thing, it's really satisfying because you can see what's gonna come of it in 6 months, 12 months,
right,
10 years. But it'd be really cool if it could all just happen way faster.
Right, but isn't that the journey?
Yep, it is.
That's the journey. If we knew what was going to happen, I don't think that there would be a journey to go on, because you just already know.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. I forget to just chill and just remember
where you're at.
Yeah, just remember where I'm at. Remember that I live in like a tropical paradise in Florida in a nice home, and just remember everything that I have. I'm just panicking about
where you're
some
not.
where I'm not exactly.
I had coffee with one of my friend's moms the other day, and she told me something, and it stuck with me, and it was, when we're in these spiral thoughts and we're trying to figure out, like, again, why we're not where we think we should be. She had said, you look down, and that's where your feet are. You look down at your feet, and that's where you are. Right here, right now.
Sometimes I'm surprised by where my feet are when I look down.
Yeah,
it could be all over the place.
This is true. But nonetheless, they're underneath you.
Yeah, they're within arm's reach.
Yeah. Well, again.
What is that called? Proprioception.
Yeah.
Where you know where they're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Well, flow state rocks.
Yeah.
What's the next
We're all
question?
here figuring life out. Well, speaking of figuring life out, what does figuring life out right now mean to you in this season?
Oh, is that the question? Oh. For me, it's just about remembering that the only responsibility I have in this moment right now is to just stay in alignment with God and what God wants. Remember that, I'm not, just let go of control. Just let go of the reins. Submit, do the work, be the person that I was meant to be, that I was be the person that I always knew I could be. And it's about remembering who that is over and over and over again by just trusting and relaxing and keeping my body in just a calm, unpanicked mood, because I was always panicking. I didn't even know it, but I was panicking forever, all the time. So that's what I'm figuring out right now. Yeah. Just how to calm my nervous system all the time. Before, I felt calm because I was blocking it all. But now I'm experiencing everything, all the emotions, allowing myself to experience everything. And in that, I have to learn how to like navigate the weird ones
and regulate it.
Mm-hmm.
And be okay with the weird feelings coming up without, running to distractions and vices that take us away from feeling those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yep. Every time I felt, even when I was in like phases of being healthy or whatever, when I would get feelings I didn't like, I would just work tirelessly, or I would go on like a 12-mile run,
right?
Or I would, I would just be in motion and just stay distracted, and it would keep it would keep everything at bay.
Yeah, well, because sometimes those feelings are uneasy, and the discomfort of uneasy is unsettling, that we're not all used to dealing with.
Mine are just unjustified. I'm just sitting in, like, I'll be standing in my standing frame, just chilling. Oh, is that my phone?
No.
Oh, of course not. My phone's filming this.
Yeah, but I have to go do the...
Oh, yeah. The remote will be a pretty big... Yeah. Because there's 0% chance I'm going to remember what we were talking about.
Agreed. Can you live in flow during chaos, or does it require peace?
That's on you. What do you think?
I think that's the work, is when things are chaotic, you find a way of staying okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when things are chaotic, that you trust that it's meant to be chaotic for however long, as long as you're not causing the chaos directly. If things are, for instance, like for you and I, our accidents happened, they were just like freak accidents that happened. I think that it's like being okay with this maybe happened for a reason and was redirecting us with whatever the plan was that we thought we were supposed to do, but essentially that wasn't God's plan. And so sometimes things happen for us to, listen. And the only way that I feel like I was going to listen and really stop doing what I was doing, which was bartending, going into pharmacy and doing all the things that I was doing, was if something literally stopped me in my tracks. And at first it was extremely chaotic and it was really hard to be in flow.
Is it weird if I take a hit of this? Just, I'm so hot. Do you want a hit?
No, I'm okay.
I'm listening though. I agree.
You're good. I think that's the work, and I think a lot of people don't do the work because it's hard. It's hard because it's uncomfortable, and you don't want to. It's almost more natural to not believe in the chaos versus believing in it, because chaos is uncertainty. And that brings me to one of the things that I heard in a podcast on modern wisdom was, we're all out here trying to chase happiness, but it's actually not happiness that we're trying to chase. It's the relief of uncertainty is what we're trying to chase. And I think in chaos, there's a lot of uncertainty because you're not understanding why it's so chaotic. And the idea is the more that you sit in it and be okay with it, which is being in flow, I think things are able to move more freely versus the resistance of wanting to control it when sometimes you can't.
I used to thrive on chaos. That was my whole thing. I wanted from the age like 13 to whenever I got in this accident. All I ever wanted was maximum chaos, maximum uncertainty, maximum risk all the time. And that was what made me feel okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just wanted things to be changing and in motion and things to be happening. Partially as a distraction, but mostly just because I had like a fire in my heart. I just wanted to see everything, do everything, and I loved the unknown and the uncertainty. My favorite moment of my entire life was landing alone in Cape Town, South Africa, like with nothing but a bike, no idea where I was gonna go, and like that uncertainty, and like I don't know, it's like the madness and the chaos was what kept me sane. It felt like that's when I felt alive. That's when I felt happy.
Yeah.
I liked the chaos. Now I just want peace. Now I just want to chill.
Igniting your potential. I'm like, what else can I do? And I think recovery has kind of been like that for me. Like, what else can I do?
Mm-hmm.
What else can I accomplish? Despite the, whatever one believes in, but, despite the adversary maybe trying to take me out because God's plan was bigger than what I had in mind,
Yeah.
Same with you.
I just want to hang out with dope people that I love, doing things I love all the time. How do we figure that out? How do we do that?
By growing a community.
Yeah. This is what I want to do. I just want to do podcasts. I love this. Like, I just want to sit down and do podcasts all the time, talk to interesting people, and adventure and travel. Like, I don't know why are we not just doing that? We should just...
I think this is the start of it.
I know.
This is the start of it.
Why aren't we all just doing it, though? Like, everyone.
Because that's not the societal norm. The societal expectations of people.
I want a family and stuff, but, like... I just want to raise them in a place, like I just want to be surrounded by people I love doing like real life stuff, like growing food and going on adventures, spearfishing, whatever. Why can't we do that all day, every day? Why do we have to work?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, the work comes first though.
Do you think it's live to work or work to live?
Oh, I gotta switch back and forth. I work to live for a while, and the living grows and grows and grows, and the working shrinks.
Right.
And then I'm broke and I hate it.
Yeah.
And I just go all in on work again.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a get-rich-quick scheme for like 10, 15 years now, and I'm giving up. I'm giving up on that idea.
Well, there's never a get-rich-quick anything.
Yeah.
There's never a quick
anything.
anything.
I was trying to find a get-rich-quick scheme
way
that was moral and
an
like good and didn't compromise anything. It doesn't exist. You just have to do the work.
Yeah. You always have to do the work. No matter with anything. It's always do the work and trust in the process that what you're doing will yield the results that you want.
I wish I could crawl inside of this beef right now. Seriously, just mold myself into it. Can you imagine how good that would feel? Are you not hot?
No, I'm good. I'm chilling. You're sweating.
I took all that methylene blue. I think it did something weird to me. I took quite a bit of it. So
I think it's live to work, and I think. But so many of us have gone away from our purpose in this life and our passions that it's working to live. And I think if we're in our passions and in our pursuit of purpose, that living to work is actually what it should be.
You've said living to work and working to live so many times that I don't really know which one's good or bad. Like it kind of frazzled my brain up. Which one means which?
Well, just think about it. Living to work or working to live.
So one, you're living, you love the work.
Yeah. One is like you are living in your purpose and your passion to work. Mm-hmm. And the other one is working. So you're just working so that you can go out and live.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making work life is what I've realized. Like I started selling life insurance, and I didn't want to stay in the insurance world. I wanted to, I just wanted to do something different. But a series of like perfect circumstances brought me in touch with just an amazing leader and a great guy. This guy named Zach. I met him at church, and it just felt like it was meant to be. Like I couldn't deny that it happened. I was like, well, no other opportunity came up. I need a new opportunity. And I'm realizing that I think that's the lesson that I'm supposed to learn, because it's like the antithesis of my personality, like just talking to people all day long on the phone, inside at a desk. Like But I think that I'm honestly, because I was doing that for a while and I was hating it the whole time. There was a voice in my head screaming, "This is horrible, get away, escape." And I think that I just have to do this thing and be happy inside of it. And that's the lesson, and then I can, move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you come to that realization.
But then I scare myself. Like, what maybe I'm just convincing myself that.
What if it's just a stepping stone to get to where you're meant to go?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
But the voice in my head is like, no, you're convincing yourself that, you're joining the normies. You know what I mean? Like, you're caving, you're giving in to the pressure of society. But
if it's not taking away from the things that you're really wanting to do, and it's more so giving you an opportunity to do the things you truly want to do, then I think those thoughts are just trying to derail you from your aligned path.
Mm-hmm. And I realized, like, a big problem with me is that I think I'm better than selling insurance or any normal job.
Yeah.
Like, it's an ego thing. Like, I was just like, I don't know. It's definitely an ego thing where I just didn't want to be, I had some sort of resistance to just being part of normal society.
What if the resistance is you getting off of that path?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I'm meant to do it for now. That's all I know. I'm learning a ton.
Yeah.
And I have really good people above me and teaching me, so
trusting.
Yeah, just trust it.
Trusting
Rock out.
that you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And what's meant to be will be, and what's not, you'll know.
We are exactly where we're supposed to be, aren't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah to that. This moment rocks.
Hell yeah.
What a gift.
What a gift. I mean, truly, it's been a wild ride to say the least.
Yeah.
And we're here, and we're doing it.
I don't understand people who say that, like, time goes by really quickly for them. Like, they're like, I blinked and I was 30 years old.
I don't know. It feels like time's going by so fast. I don't know. Since the accident happened, which was back in 22 for me, time has gone by so fast, especially this year. I can't believe we're already in July.
It's crazy. I feel like I'm 116 years old.
Wow, that's amazing. I kind of wish.
I feel like it's taken forever to get here.
Really?
Like, yeah, think about living to 90. I'm like doing this 3 more times over. Like, I'm down, but holy crap, that's a lot more living to.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Well, no, I mean, no, 2 more times. 2 more times.
I'm doing it. Oh, yeah.
2 more times.
Well, I guess we got to make it
still,
to 120.
Yeah.
That's still 2 more times. Like, doing this over again.
Yeah.
Even if I was halfway through my life, which I really hope I'm not, I want to live a long time, but because time does go faster as you get older.
Yeah, because we get busier with more things to do, and then the days go by faster because you're just packing on more and more productivity.
Mm-hmm.
And time goes by regardless.
Has time gone slower for you since you were paralyzed, or faster?
Faster.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's like this weird dichotomy. It's like, on one end of it, I feel as though 10 years have passed, even though only 3.5 years have passed, and I feel like I've aged 10 years. And then on the other end of, like, spinal cord injury recovery, 3.5 years have only gone by, and I've already made so much recovery in terms of, being able to walk again and XYZ, that it seems as though it's not that long. But it does feel, it's like this weird, not balance, but again, like this dichotomy of, like, a lot of time has passed, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah,
what about for you? I
mean, I just felt like it was going super slow. Like, I felt like it got stretched out because I had hundreds of days since I've been spinal cord injured where, like, getting out of bed was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And everything was the hardest thing. And having all sorts of health issues and problems, and, like, having gut issues, and, like, trying to transfer onto, like, when I was first spinal cord injured and I was destroyed and, like, alone at the house, trying to, like, transfer onto the toilet seat and, like, falling and getting stuck behind the toilet. You can't
balance through your legs?
Yeah, and it was literally the hardest thing, like, that I'd ever done in my entire life. Like, climbing mountains, like, near-death experiences, marathons, everything that I pursued that was difficult, but falling like off a toilet seat and getting stuck, and I was so weak I could barely even lift myself. I could barely even sit up in bed, and like like it was just so much suffering.
So
I feel
much.
like the suffering just dragged it out. I enjoyed that. I liked that it slowed it down in, one way, but in another, I just can't believe, no, maybe I don't know. I think
Well,
the
maybe you were
suffering
just
slows.
really present in it.
Well, you have to be present when you're suffering. There's
Well,
no
yeah,
escape.
100%.
There's
Yeah.
no. That's one of the gifts of suffering, but it's also brutal. But there's literally no escaping it. If you're really hurting, there's no escaping it
There really isn't.
unless you just tranquilize yourself with drugs or something. But then you just wake up worse off.
Yeah, it's true. There's no escape, and the suffering. I mean, it's there. And everybody, it happens to a different degree for everybody. I think we all go through different levels of suffering, some more than others, but I think we all experience it, which then makes you kind of believe that if the human experience is here to feel that suffering.
Mm-hmm. I had a moment, like the first moment where I ever, like I hadn't really, really let myself cry in like 10 years. And the first moment that I really broke down, I was in the bathroom alone. And again, I think I maybe shit myself or something. And I like fell in the bathroom again. And I was just laying on the floor in maximum pain. Like my whole back is broken and just I'm wrecked. And like I just broke down completely because I was like, this is possible. There's thousands and hundreds and millions of people throughout time that have felt this, and I just broke down. I was like, this much suffering is possible on planet Earth, and that was the moment that like really made me start to the process of becoming a good person. I wish it had worked like
Yeah.
instantly, but that was really what set my heart back on the path of like knowing that I had to become good and be able to alleviate other people's suffering. So I was like, this is crazy. I just wanted someone to hold me or tell me it was going to be okay so bad or help me, but I didn't want to seem weak either.
Right.
So, yeah, brutal.
Yeah, suffering is brutal. And some of us, choose our own suffering, and while others don't.
Yeah, it's always a choice, isn't it? You choose your hard.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes those hard choices can prepare you for the true suffering that life just hands you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hard pill to swallow because I don't think people expect that suffering to ever come. And then the day that it comes, it wrecks them, and it causes a lot of distress that they never thought that they would ever feel.
Oh my gosh, I wasted so much time just wanting it to go away. Just
And it
wishing it
never
would be
did.
gone. Just like I just was, and I was in so much pain. It was as much pain as my body could feel, as exhausted as it could feel. Just everything was depleted. I had nothing left for so many days of this injury, and I would just waste so much time just wishing it would go away, just begging for the pain to stop. But just fucking accept it. It's there to stay. Just accept that it's happening and get on with it.
It's just what is.
Yeah, as soon as you do that completely, or even if you learn to love it, like I'm trying to learn to just love the pain, and appreciate it, and be like, oh, you're just trying to tell me what's wrong with my body. Something must be wrong there. I'll send energy and love or whatever to that spot and tend to it more. But yeah, it was a long process. It took me forever to get my grip on being able to handle the pain. I mean, it really took me 5 years of mental, physical training to just be able to become strong enough to endure it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it does take a long time, and especially if it might have taken you longer even if you hadn't lived the life that you did prior to, where you did do hard things and you did do, adrenaline filled things. And not that spinal cord injury at all is adrenaline filled, but it is extremely difficult on a day-to-day basis because I look at what I had done in my life prior to, and it kind of set me up to be able to handle spinal cord injury in a way. Obviously, still extremely difficult, it's still extreme suffering happening, but in a way, it prepped my nervous system, lifting every single day, running, working long hours, working, in the bar and being around people and dealing, with stressful situations, things like that. And it kind of, yeah, I could say that it prepped my nervous system to be able to handle the hard road that was ahead. And same for you. I feel like what you had done in life prior to your accident prepped your nervous system to be able to handle it probably a little bit better versus somebody who didn't do what you did.
Yeah, I suppose. I loved suffering before I got injured. I sought it out. I enjoyed it. Like, I just didn't fucking...
then,
not this much suffering.
Yeah, then life was like, oh, let's show you what real suffering is.
Yeah. Maybe your thoughts do create things. Because I really did love suffering before. I loved seeing, like, when will my body give up? Like, how much can it handle? How much can it take? How much pain can I endure? You know what I mean? Like, I think most people, like, to find that out. Like...
You think? I don't think so. I think people are very scared of that. I think the majority are very scared of it.
Yeah, but it makes them so happy when they do when they do get to experience the suffering. One of my favorite things to do was to, like, trick people on, like, how long a hike was or something.
Yeah.
So that, someone...
When they're done with it and they find out, like, what it really is, they're like, whoa, we really did that?
Yeah, everyone always ends up loving it, loving the adventure, especially if you get lost a little bit, but, like, not too lost. You know what I mean? It's the best. Everyone always has a blast.
Well, because it taps into an instinct, like instinctual parts of a human that you don't necessarily get to tap into in the modern world.
Mm-hmm.
Because our world is very comfortable, and there's just a lot of things that we don't tap into because of that comfort. And when we finally get to tap into it, for instance, if we, go out into the woods for X amount of days with nothing except a backpack, you're tapping into a lot of instinctual sides of you that you never would tap into in downtown Miami living there, right? You never would, because you have everything at the palm of your hand.
I'd tap into some weird shit if I lived in Miami when I was younger. That would be, man, how do people... Whew, there's way too much temptation in Miami.
Yeah. Well, this is just an example.
Well, that is, I think that's why we end up partying and going out and doing drugs and doing, like, wild things. Don't you think that, like, there's a huge amount of, like, people under 40 or even in their 40s now, like the last generation, really, the people after the World War II generation, after the boomers, everyone, like, not everyone, but a ton of people want to seek, like, partying, going out, having a wild time, the night getting crazy, like, kind of for that same thing, the uncertainty and the wildness and pushing it really far. At least that's why I loved drinking when I was younger and going out partying, is because you just never knew what was going to happen and things were going to get crazy.
Yeah, I think it's a few things. I think one is, I never looked at it as that, but that could definitely be one way. I think the biggest thing is the distraction side of it and running away from things that they don't want to deal with, that people just don't want to deal with. And then the other side of it is, for me, it was to create memories and experiences to be able to reflect back on when I'm old and gray and look at what I've learned from those experiences and be able to share them and talk about them. Because at the end of the day, our life is as good as our experiences we have.
Mm-hmm.
And the more experiences we have, the more perspective that we can build, and the more perspective that we have, the more the bigger we can see the situations in the world in front of us.
I always asked myself at a young age, like, that's how I ended up in Australia. I just would ask myself, like, if this was a movie and I was watching it, like, what would I want to do next? Yeah. And that led me to some crazy experiences and places. It made a lot of bad decisions as well, because, like, I like...
Naturally.
Yeah. I like watching, we like watching crazy shit happen in movies.
Yeah. Yeah. But now they're all stories, and they're all experiences that you've probably learned a lot from, and I'm sure that, down the line we'll be talking about those experiences.
Yeah. Can I rub this meat on me for just a second? I don't know how you're not sweating.
No, I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm pretty sure Kyler handed me a piece of James meat. Oh, I'm just gonna have to get him a new one. I don't think he wants this one.
It's already thawed out.
It's nearly thawed.
You could literally cook that tonight.
I am gonna cook it tonight with 100% certainty.
Amazing.
Oh. Yeah, was that do we have more questions? I like the questions.
I think we do have one more, but I feel like that could be for another.
Yeah, is it over?
Yeah.
Do we finish? It's done.
Yeah, I think then the last one is about rock bottom, but
yep.
I think that will be saved for another day.
Yep. Too many rock bottoms for the end of a podcast. Well,
FLOtalks.
Yeah, FLOtalks. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you so much for joining us. Our shared goal is to build an amazing community of like-minded people out of this. I want to get together, with other paralyzed people and not paralyzed people who are just obsessed with fitness and surfing and adventures and outdoor stuff.
And personal development.
Mindset
work and, honoring the life that we've all been blessed to live. Mm-hmm. Because some of us have been tested on that life and we're still here being able to experience it. And I think by doing the hard stuff and by aligning our fitness goals, aligning our mindset goals, aligning our to our true selves and coming into flow state, it's honoring that life. And I think that is super important, considering that it can be a lonely road and it doesn't have to be.
And letting God be in control, because there's just no other way. That's the only way it really works.
His plan's better than our plan.
Yeah, it's the only way. It's chill. If you have to take responsibility for everything, but when you know it's going to be all right because God's got it, then
you're in flow state.
It's so much better.
Yeah.
Cool. Flow state.
Figuring life out.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. That was solid.